Hey beauties, welcome back to Real Girl Talk Podcast Radio. I am your host, Sherry Ricard. I'm a medical professional, business leader, author, speaker, and adversity recovery expert, bringing you fascinating guests, business, beauty, and lifestyle tips to help you create a beautiful life, and always committed to keeping it real. Now let's dive in. Welcome back to Real Girl Talk Podcast Radio. Hello, ladies, and thank you for joining me today because I have the beautiful, talented Emily Simpson today. She is a wife, a mom, an attorney, and a full-time cast member for Bravo TV's reality show, Real Housewives of Orange County. Hello, Emily.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I know, I'm excited to have you back, and we have a lot to talk about because there is more to you than the Real Housewives of Orange County. We know that, right? So you actually had a life before the show, and you will have a life after the show.
Right.
That's so exciting. I know that I think the big running joke, for some of the women, not necessarily just on Orange County, is, well, what do they have other than the show? And there are some, if we're going to be honest, that the show is it, right? But then you have those like my friend Deandra Simmons. I love her so much, my girl in Texas. She has an amazing skincare company. And so
wait, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something since you just brought up Deandra. Deandra bought this shirt for me for my birthday last year, and this is the first time I'm wearing it. So it's really interesting that you just brought her up. So yeah.
Isn't she sweet? You should see. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. I love her so much. Let's see, when did I see her last? July. So I saw her, I think it was July. I was in Dallas, went to dinner with Deandra and one of my good friends, Kelsey, that lives in New Orleans, right here close to me. She actually used to be on the Southern Charm of New Orleans. And so her and I went to dinner with Deandra, had the best time. But I'll have to tell you, going to dinner with Deandra is on another level. So we get it's just another level, right? We're getting on totally off topic. So funny. So we go to the restaurant. Kelsey and I show up at the restaurant, and, you walk up and say, I'm here, I'm waiting on someone. And I said, we're here. We have reservations with Deandra Simmons. And you would have thought that we walked in and said, we're here to have dinner with President Trump, because they were like, oh, of course. And they, these two guys start running around and they're like, follow me. And so they take us through the restaurant. We go through the kitchen into this back room that's secret that nobody knows about, but it's actually another part of the restaurant that's private, and it has its own bar and own dining back there through the kitchen. It's a secret. You can get out through there, but you can't come in. And so we sit down. It's this beautiful room, and they waited on us hand and foot. We had the best time. I love her. And she just recently sent me this big box full of Hard Night Good Morning. The most amazing skincare, beautiful bag to carry it in. I just love her. So I like your shirt.
She's a good egg. Thank you.
She is a good egg. And so I want to talk about you, because you're a good egg too, girl.
Thank you.
The last time you were on the show, we talked about some of the bullying that you had experienced through social media. And it was shocking because you had never had that before, and you really didn't kind of understand where it was coming from, but it's all part of reality TV, right? But then you're so strong, because some women, and some women that would have taken that on social media would have crumbled. And instead, you just took it like with a grain of salt. I know some of it hurts, but you are so strong. You just said whatever, and you're doing your thing. And now look at you. You're just, of course, you're beautiful anyway, but you have lost weight. You have a website now that women can go to. I want to know where this all started. And then I want to talk about the website and the workout programs that you have with your trainer. Where did you get the motivation? Because I know we struggle with that.
Well, I think that's one of the biggest questions I get asked is where I got the motivation. And I tell you, I wish I had like some magic answer that I could give to women. Like, this is where you can find motivation. You know, I think I wish I could. I mean, I'd make $1 billion if I could just
Yeah.
package motivation
Yeah.
and sell it to women, but I can't. Yeah, I know. But, you know, for me, it's been a journey. I never knew that I would end up making a website or doing the things that I do. It's just all kind of organically come about just based upon my own experience. And really what happened with me was I got to the point where I weighed more than I ever had in my entire life. And I had always been fit and always in really good shape. And then all of a sudden it was like my clothes didn't fit anymore. You know, people were commenting on my body and I don't know. It was a lot to, as a woman, it's like, you're trying to be a mom, you're taking care of your kids, you're trying to be a wife, you're filming a show, and then to have all this negativity about yourself. And then, I mean, it doesn't make you feel great, but
Right.
I feel like even through all that, I still maintained my confidence and just kind of a sense of who I am. But I also knew that I wanted to get back. And people will say, oh, I've had people make comments like, oh, you're a sellout because you're in Orange County, so you lost weight because you're in Orange County. That has nothing to do with it. I didn't lose weight because I live in Orange County and all the women here are thin. I lost weight because I just wanted to fit in my jeans that are already in my closet. I just wanted to get back to the Emily that I had been for
Right.
10 years prior.
Right.
And so I ended up reaching out to Paulina, who's my trainer, and I had followed her for a long time, but I never really made contact. And I felt like I got to the point where I needed someone else to kind of step in and help, because I feel like I just kind of lost myself, even though I'd worked out for years and years and years, but I just felt very overwhelmed that I felt like I needed to just kind of be like, okay, I need you to step in and just say, we're going to work out. This is what you're going to eat. This is what you're going to do. And so I reached out to her and we clicked immediately, which I think is important. If you're going to work out with a trainer or you're going to have someone to help you, or you have a nutritionist or something like that, you obviously have to have a connection with them. And she and I connected. I think we're very similar, just kind of a girl's girl. Mm-hmm. And that's what I really liked about her, was that her whole program wasn't about, it was a mental aspect and a physical aspect. Like, let's lose weight, but let's do it for the right reasons. Let's do it in a healthy way. Right. And so, her meal plans, her food, it's all good. It's all tastes good. It's a lot. It's like 1,400 calories a day. You're not starving yourself. And so she really helped me just kind of get back on track, which was great for me. But, then we did the whole COVID thing in quarantine, and I ended up gaining weight again, and I ended up getting actually heavier than I'd ever been even before that. So, wow. I mean, for me, it's been a journey. It hasn't been like, oh, I decided to lose weight. I reached out to Paulina. I lost a lot of weight. It was more like, I wanted to lose weight. I reached out to Paulina. I lost weight. I gained weight. I lost weight again. I gained it again. I lost it again. It's been very up and down for me. And it's only just been, I'd say recently, like in the last 4 or 5 months, that I really, really lost weight. And I feel like it's a permanent thing finally. Like I really committed to it. And it has to do with some of the things that I experienced and went through that are going to come up on the show. So I don't really want to go into detail about it. Yeah. But if you watch the show and you follow along the rest of the season, you'll see that I'm getting emotional, sorry. I go through a lot of things that really just made me reevaluate what's important in life. And it was family and health. And so I really just was like, I reached out to Pauline. I mean, we talk all the time, but I was like, okay, that's it. Like, I'm done with this like up and down thing. Like, I'm committed. And that's where I really just kind of got to the point where I am now, where when I'm at my thinnest, I weigh like 170 pounds, and that's like a good size 6. I'm a big, curvy, big boned female. I'm 5'9". So For me, it's not so much about a number, where it's about, how do my clothes fit? How do I feel? You know, am I uncomfortable? Are my pants cutting into my stomach? It's more about that. And so
Right.
I don't have any idea how much I weigh right now. I have no idea. I just know that my jeans fit again. When I put on dresses that I've had for years, I can zip them up. I just feel just back to myself again. I feel like I kind of lost myself there for about a year or so.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm just, and you kind of got me tearing up, because I think sometimes, and I don't know what all has happened, in your life, and some of my story, and I know some of yours. I know some of your struggles with, trying to get pregnant and wanting to have more kids. And then, of course, your struggles that you have with, Shane doesn't want them and you want them. And so then it gets into marital. I've had all that, and I get it. And, I lost my son when he was 17, and it's, there are things like that make you a totally different person, because I think back when Bryant died, I've always been kind of up and down with my weight ever since I kind of went up and down when I had Christina and Bryant. And then I went 10 years between Bryant and Carson. But I know that when Bryant died, I was at my ideal weight. I was back to where I was. I was running. I mean, I would get up on Saturdays and run 5 miles. Like, I couldn't run to the refrigerator right now if I was starving to death, I mean, I used to do those things. And when Bryant died, it was like M&M's was my drug of choice. I laid in the bed. I was depressed. I don't know that I ate a lot. I just ate of all of those things, those comfort things, the sugar, and, all those things that work on your dopamine and serotonin.
I agree with that.
And
that's what happened with me.
Yeah, I get it. And we'll have to follow and see what all's going on with you. But I know that one of the things that you had was surgery on your hip. And that is, I mean, I know I suffer with chronic back issues, which is one reason why I can have use, I guess. It's painful to do a lot of working out. And I can't run because my back, I love to run because of the back. So how did were you losing weight before and then had your hip surgery, or did it come after your hip surgery?
It's hard to kind of keep track of all of it, because I swear I'm all over the board, but I don't mind admitting that, because I feel like that's just women in general.
Right.
I was in really good shape up until probably when I started on the show on season 13. And that's when my hip problems started to get really bad. But when I look back at the issues I had with my hip, it's kind of like that saying. Have you ever heard that saying where it's like, what is it? Like, you put a lobster in water and you turn the heat up, but if you turn it up gradually, like, they don't even, or it's a frog or something, like, they don't even jump out of the water until they boil to death. Right. So it was kind of like that with my hip, where it was like, the pain kept increasing, but I acclimated to it over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And really, then it just got to the point where I was literally almost immobile. I couldn't walk without a limp. I couldn't drive. I had to sit like a certain way in the car to drive. I was irritated. I was frustrated. And then once I got to the point where I was so frustrated by it, that I think I did what you did, where you said M&M became your drug of choice, where it was like, okay, well, if I can't be mobile and work out and do all those things that I used to do, then I'm just going to lay in bed and watch Netflix, and I'm going to eat peanut M&Ms and drink Diet Coke because I have nothing else.
Right.
And so then I went the exact opposite, where I was trying to make myself happy through other means, because I was like, I used to love the elliptical. I used to love working out with a trainer. I used to love doing weights, and I can't do any of that anymore. So now I'm just going to eat M&Ms and lay in bed. And at first, you're okay doing that, because that's fun. I mean, watching movies and laying in bed and eating M&Ms and chips, like, I mean, that's fun. There isn't anyone out there that doesn't doing that.
Right.
But when I got to the point where I realized that I weighed over 200 pounds, that none of my clothes fit, that I was completely uncomfortable, that I couldn't even put jeans on that I'd worn a year before, that's when I was like, okay, this is not healthy. I'm going to end up 250 and then I'm going to end up, this has to stop.
Right. And it happens.
So
look at the show, 600 pounds. They didn't just wake up and become 600 pounds. These people gradually got bigger and bigger and got comfortable in that size. And believe me, I get it because, and it was really hard too when I used to work night shift as a nurse because our scrubs were like pajamas. And we could gain 20 pounds and not even realize it because the pants fit. They're scrubs. They have elastic waist. And then on Friday night, we're like, did my jeans shrink?
I did that whole denial thing where I would be like, oh my gosh, the housekeeper keeps washing my jeans and they're shrinking. I did the whole thing where like I blamed everyone else.
Oh yeah.
And then, but, now I'm just to this point where I'm comfortable again. I'm back down to like what I've normally been for years. And, I had my implants removed, which helped.
I'm so jealous.
A lot. I think, that was one of the best things I've done too. It was a whole journey, but like I got in shape, lost some weight, had the implants removed. And now I just feel like a completely different person. I feel like it helped with inflammation. Like my face looks different and like my joints feel different. And I have so many people that are like, oh, you got plastic surgery on your face. No, I didn't. Do I get Botox? Yeah, I've gotten Botox since I was, in my 30s, but I didn't do anything to my face. I feel like just as women, when we start to eat better and we drink more water and we move and, we get up and do things, you lose, all the puffiness. I don't look so much like a Cabbage Patch Kid anymore. It's just the definition's back a little bit. That's it.
Cabbage Patch. Well, you know what though? Breast is real. That's real. And when you started talking about your joints, there's an actual Facebook group. Dang it. What is it called? Breast Implant Illness by Nicole, I think is the name of it. You have to go check it out. And these women, there's hundreds of thousands of women on there that talk about, they did not realize their implants were causing their inflammation. They didn't realize that it was causing their joints to ache and the arthritis and all of the issues that they were having. And it was amazing because a lot of them would get their implants out and they were talking about how literally within weeks, it was like a complete transformation of their body. But you don't want to do it if you're overweight. You don't want to get your implants out while you're overweight. You actually want to get somewhat with the doctors that I've talked to say you want to be within about 10 pounds of your ideal weight before you get your implants out, before you have any type of liposuction and things like that. So my goal is to do that, Emily, by this time next year. I literally want to be at a point where I'm within 10 pounds of my goal. And my ultimate desire is to have my implants removed. I don't need them. I don't want them. They've been in since 1998. They need to come out anyway, right? And somebody said, well, are you going to get new in and take those out? And I'm like, heck no. I don't want to go through this again.
That's what I said too. No, a lot of people asked if I was going to replace mine too. And I said, no, absolutely not. I had implants. I had saline implants previously through my 20s. And then when I turned 40, I had a lift done and I had silicone implants put in. Now, if you look at the timeline of when I had to have my hip replaced, when I gained a bunch of weight, when I got depressed, and when I had severe arthritis, it all correlates to around the time that I got the silicone implants put in. So, I'm not a doctor. I can't, succinctly make that diagnosis, but there is a correlation between me having silicone implants put in and my body literally falling apart. So that's why I was like, okay, I lost weight, but now I want these things out of my body. Cause I'm just done with it. Plus that whole look, I'm over that look. Like I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. Of course I want to be pretty and I want to be sexy for my husband. But you can be pretty and sexy with a size C cup or a B cup. Like need to look like Pamela Anderson on Baywatch. Like I'm just over that whole 90s big, huge boob look. Like I'm done with it.
Now, how long did it take you to heal after you had your explants?
Well, it takes 6 weeks to heal. Mine's taking just a little bit longer because my surgery was pretty complex. It was an explant, but I also did an internal lift with like, he built like an internal bra so that my chest is actually it's very perky. It's like I'm 25 again. So yeah, so I was really, really happy with the surgery, but it was a complex surgery. So I'm still taking it easy. I'm not really working out much. So, but they look great and I'm excited. Things fit. They don't fall out. You know what? It was always like every time you like bend over to tie your shoes and pick your kids up, it was like I was always having to like put them back in. Oh, yeah. And I'm so tired of that.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny too because I can literally find myself in bed rolling over on either my right or my left side, and then I'll have to take my arm and move my arm so it'll move my boob over. It's like, I'm like, okay, when they're in the way of me getting comfortable when I'm laying in bed, it's time for them to go. And I told my husband, I said, these puppies are leaving. Okay. So I've got about another 10 to 12 months. And my goal is to be able to have this done. Of course, you need the healing time. So I have to plan it accordingly. Plus it's not cheap and your insurance doesn't pay for it. So I'm like, you know what? I have to plan accordingly. I need the time to heal. I don't want it to be a burden on my family or a financial burden on me. So I want to plan just right, but I am looking forward to the day. And I think that I'm going to put that word on my vision board for 2021 so I can focus on just the word explant. On there.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to put
it's a good
little
word.
bitty titties because then I won't want to do it.
No. No. Just explant. Explant's a good word. I like that. It's a positive. Yeah.
That's right. So tell us a little bit, tell us a lot about the website and how this came about with your trainer.
So the website was never anything that when I reached out to my trainer that I anticipated doing. What happened was when we were in quarantine, my trainer said, why don't we do live workouts on your Instagram account? Because you have a pretty big following.
Yeah.
And let's just have people join us. We'll do it for free. And I was like, yeah, great. Because first of all, I had nothing else going on. I mean, I wasn't leaving my house or going anywhere. I was stuck home with 3 kids all day. So we started doing these, which is insane, but that's a whole nother show.
A whole other show.
So we started
that's a whole gratitude today. So we have to say, but thank you for our children.
I love my kids. I love my kids. And I do. I adore them. They are my diamonds. But I tell you, 24/7 for like 6 months straight. Woo, man. But we did these live workouts on my Instagram page, and we did them consistently 3 times a week, maybe for a month or 2.
Yeah.
And we had a pretty big following. I'd say about 200 to 300 people every time were consistently, doing the workout, doing it the whole time. And then once things started to reopen and like we were kind of trying to get back into filming and getting back to the show, we quit doing them. But I had so many women that would send me messages and say, when are you going to do those live workouts again? When are you going to do them? I love them. I love that it's just you and your trainer and you guys look like real women and you're doing them in your living room and your dog licks your face when you're doing a plank and, your cat jumps on your head and your kid, lays in the middle of the floor and has a tantrum, like right in the middle of a workout. And so I kept getting so many requests from women. I thought, well, how can I make these workouts with Paulina and put them somewhere where people can access them?
Right.
And so I just thought, what if I just had a website and we just made workouts and we made them for women and we made them easy but effective, and you don't need a lot of equipment and you don't need a trainer and you don't need, bands and a bunch of stuff. And you can do them from anywhere. And so that's how the concept of the website was built. And so that's what I did. And it's been great. Like we've had a really great response from it. I've had a lot of people visit and sign up for, we do like a subscription because we make new videos every month. So it's not just like, here, we made some workout videos. That's it. We're constantly filming new workout videos, and every month we upload new ones. So, if you have a subscription, then you get access to all the new videos that come out. And, I've gotten such great feedback on the videos because it's just Paulina and me. And sometimes we have some guest stars. Like I've had Gina come and do a workout video. I've had Lizzie, if you remember Lizzie from Food. Yeah. And like Alexis Bellino was like, oh, I'd love to do one with you. So I just try to make it fun. So, you're watching and you're working out, but you're also listening to me with my trainer, with maybe Lizzie, with Gina. We talk about kids, we talk about life, we talk about real things going on while we're doing squats and sweating. Nice. So I feel like it's just the perfect combo of like, you can live, stream it up onto your TV or your iPad, your computer or whatever. You can do the workout with us. And it's not intimidating. You're not going to a gym where you feel self-conscious. You're not worrying about what you look like. You're not feeling insecure. You're working out with a trainer who is very in tune with women's bodies and what we need to do to get in shape. And you're working out with a woman who's always been in shape, who weighed over 200 pounds, who got back in shape again. So I just feel like there's a very just light and human element to it, where women can just kind of join along and get a really good workout, and then also kind of feel like you are a part of our little world.
Right. I love that, because here it is, the beginning of December, and this is the time where people are actually thinking about, this has been a crazy year. We've gone through so much. I mean, politics has just consumed our brains. It's time to reboot. I always say reboot, regroup, and reinvent ourselves for 2021. Yeah. We still don't know who our president's going to be. We're guessing at this point. Yeah. We have no idea. But you know what? Here's the thing. Who cares anymore? It's like, we can't control it. We can't control it, but we can set up anxiety for it. So why not focus on bettering ourselves? Because we do have, what we do have control over is what we put in our mouths. And if we work out, when we work out, how we work out, we have control over making ourselves better in just life and career and relationships, to make ourselves better. And I believe when you're better, you actually are better for others. I know that when I'm in a good mindset, and I have been for a long time, then I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend, I'm a better sister and daughter, mother. I'm better all around. And I think this is great that you guys are doing this, because not a lot of women have access to someone like Paulina, number one. I mean, there are people that can watch that live in rural areas that, don't want to travel an hour to go and do a trainer. Some people can't afford a trainer. Trainers are expensive. Personal trainers are very expensive, and that's not in everybody's financial wheelhouse. But on top of that, I like the fact that you can do it in the comfort of your home. So it saves time that you don't have to travel. And, one thing I did not know, this just shows how I am with technology, I guess. But the other day we were sitting there and I asked my husband, I said, can we get on the internet on our smart TV? And he goes, our TV is internet, Sherry. I said, no, can I pull up a website? And so he actually scrolled over and it says internet on smart TV. I mean, I know you can do YouTube and Netflix, but I didn't know I could actually, on your computer, you can actually see on your smart TV. Okay. I did not know that. Call me crazy. And so he scrolled over and I said, put in my website. And he put in my website, and my whole website popped up on smart TV. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can do Emily's workout in the middle of my den on my smart TV. And I didn't even realize it. Yeah. So I'm going to have to join the tribe.
You will. And then if you ever come to Orange County, then you film one with me in person.
I got to get,
that's how we do it.
This is a challenge. Okay. Now you just gave me a challenge, because I'm good with goals. I'm good with goals. So if I set a goal to be a certain shape, I don't want to say weight. I hate weight, because I'm like you. I'm 5'8".
I do too.
I mean, 165 pounds, and I'm a size 5, So I don't even know if I'll ever be that again. But if I'm in better shape, I'll get on camera and do a workout with you. I promise. I'm right here. You can make me accountable. I'm giving you my word.
All right.
I will do it. I will do it. But I would not do it right now because I couldn't get through a workout with Paulina.
She's tough. She's tough.
I would get 10
She's
minutes
tough. They're good. They're good workouts.
Oh, no, I was going to ask you, what kind of equipment do you need? Any equipment other than like a yoga mat? Are there certain things that you guys use in your videos that we need to prepare for?
Well, I mean, we use a yoga mat just because we film a lot, like outside or in my garage or things like that. So a mat. And we also occasionally use light weights, but I always tell everyone at the beginning of the video, if you don't have light weights, just go in your kitchen and grab a can of black beans. It's the same, it has the same effect. And then that way, you know, you don't have to spend, because I tried to make it as economical as possible. It's cheap, and you know, I wish I could make it for free, but I obviously have to pay fees for a website. It costs a lot of money to build a website. It costs a lot of money to make the videos. It costs money to stream the videos and all that. Right. So, but you know, we made it like just for a subscription. I think it's like $34.95 a month, which is cheaper than belonging to a gym. And I'm giving you right. And I'm giving you access to, you know, an amazing personal trainer and meal plans and recipes and really great workouts and new workouts every month. And these are workouts, you know, the point of the workout also isn't just to do it one time. I mean, people ask me like how I did it, and how you do it is consistency. You don't just do a workout one time and then look in the mirror and say, well, I don't like why I'm not skinny yet. Like it's obviously.
I was hoping that would happen.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. It takes commitment and it takes dedication. And, you know, as women, I feel like we put the needs of everyone else first. We put our husband first. We put our kids first. We put our house first, our dog, whatever. And then we just get, you know, pushed farther down to the bottom as far as priorities go. And like you were saying earlier, and I agree with you 100%, if you want to be a better mom, a better person, a better wife, a better friend, you have to put yourself first. And I finally feel like I'm in such a good place physically and mentally that I'm such a better wife. I'm a better mom. I'm a better friend. I feel better about myself. I have more confidence. I feel good. I feel good in my clothes. I feel healthy. And that feeling doesn't come from a certain number on a scale. That feeling comes from making yourself a priority and just doing something every day. Just do a 30-minute workout. You can find 30 minutes. I know women say, I have a job, I have a career, I have to take care of my kids. But I know you're all watching Netflix. So if you're watching Netflix, you have time to do a workout.
And you can set up if you don't have a smart TV, first of all, you can get a Fire Stick for $40, then make your TV a smart TV. I learned that as well. But you can also set up a laptop. You can set up your iPhone. You might have a problem seeing details, but you can set your laptop up in your den area or wherever you want to do your workout. I know my 20-year-old moved out and I turned his bedroom into my closet. And so now I have a really nice place that I can work out because I have a big old room. Because he says, Mom, what if I want to come back home? I said, well, you can't because it's my closet now.
Yeah.
You can't come back.
That's funny. That's funny. I did the same thing. My stepdaughter, Shelby's on a mission. So she's gone for 2 years and I totally just made her bedroom into a closet too. I just moved all this stuff that doesn't fit in my closet anymore. I just took it down to her room and now the bedroom downstairs that was her room is now my second closet. So
I love it. I love it because I put new curtains up and I moved my gold vanity in there. And then I actually just ordered these, I don't know, hanging racks, and they have shelves, and I bought the little slide boxes to match. And look, I've just got a whole little, I call it my little she room, not my she shed, but my she room.
Yeah. Your she room.
I actually have a TV in there so I could do my workouts in there. There's plenty of room, you know, to be able to do it because I have the center part. So I'm actually excited because I want to do this because, well, first of all, you just gave me a challenge and I'm going to have to if I'm going to come and do a workout with you. Plus, I kind of need to know what Pauline is talking about. You know, I got to know the lingo. Do you guys have you ever done the trampoline? Do you do any workouts with a trampoline?
No, you know what? No, I've never done that. I don't know if I would be coordinated. I'm afraid I would bounce right off of it, right out of camera, right into a wall or something.
Well, I actually bought one, and my granddaughter's 4, and she jumps on it more than I do.
Oh, my kids had one that my mother-in-law bought for them. Like that you hold the handle and you bounce, and they would just bounce. They would bounce all day on that thing. Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a really good workout, and I did it probably about 3 or 4 times. I know my husband won't listen to this podcast, so therefore I can say this. I literally paid, I'm embarrassed, $300, and I used it 3 times. So that's like $100 a jump.
Yeah, that's kind of what Shane says about my Peloton, but that's because I got the Peloton like right before I had surgery. So I used the Peloton, and then I had surgery, so I haven't been able to use it for weeks. So he's like, "I'm so glad we got that Peloton that that you don't use." I'm like, "Well, when I heal, I will use it, but until then, I will." But my son Luke, that's 5, one of my twin boys, he uses it every night. Have you ever watched my Instagram stories? Every night, my 5-year-old's on it, and he like goes to town on it.
It'd be hard for me to talk him into a Peloton, being that I didn't use my $300 trampoline. So you didn't set yourself up very good for that one. I've ruined myself. I think you know what? I know what I'll do. I will really start best, and I will do workouts with Paulina and you, and I'll show him how dedicated I am. And then maybe for Valentine's Day, I'll ask for the Peloton. You know what? I can afford to buy my own stuff.
There you go.
I don't need him to buy me anything. I'll just buy it myself.
That's right. That's right. That's what I say. I'm like, I don't need your permission. I make money.
That's right. It's like, wait a minute. I don't need you. I do my own thing. I forget. I don't.
Exactly.
It's nice to have their blessing, though, because if you don't have their blessing, isn't it funny how they'll just like, what are you doing? That's such a waste of money, or that's such a, but. Oh yeah.
I tell you, I agree with that. After nearly 13 years of marriage, even though I've pretty much always made money the whole time we've been married, I've learned that if they're included in the decision process, then they don't give you a lot of crap. That's why if I buy a car, I would never go buy a car without Shane going and agreeing. Because if I just went and bought a car and something went wrong or it needed something, it would always be like, well, that's the car you picked. Well, that was your choice. Well, that's what you wanted. So that's why I've learned my lesson that they need to be included on like big financial decisions. Otherwise, it's all your fault when it doesn't work out. So.
That's right. Well, I would never be able to do that anyway because my husband's in the car sales business. So I'd be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, you can't
do that. Yeah, you would.
Well, I'm excited. So tell everybody how we can. I know we can find you on Instagram. Tell us how we can go. Other than that, how can we go online and find your workouts, and how can we join and be a part of the team?
Well, the website is www.emilysimpsonofficial.com, and I feel like it's a very user-friendly, easy website. I didn't want it to be anything, fancy or crazy. It's just basically like it gives you the option of buying a subscription, which is $34.95 a month, and you get access to recipes, the meal plan, all the workouts. And then, like I said before, we upload new workouts every month, so you don't get bored. There's always new things. And, with the workout videos, we try to make them interesting. We try to make them fun. Like we do like a kitchen workout that you can do like while you're making dinner. You can do it with, squats and push-ups on your countertop. We do an upper body. We do a booty blast one that's like just all butt and squats, and your ass is just on fire by the time you're done with it. And so there's just a lot of options, and we just try to make it fun and interesting and entertaining at the same time. Like I said, we're always talking about, things that we're going through. And Paulina's pregnant right now. So she's doing these workouts and we're filming these workouts, but she's always, making sure that their pregnancy is safe for whatever trimester you're in and things like that. So she talks about that. So it's just a lot of good information and a good way. Like so many people ask me, how do I start? How do I get motivated? And I can't make you get motivated, but I can give you the tools. I can tell you, eat better, and move. I mean, at the end of the day, losing weight, it's not rocket science. It's really You have to limit the amount that goes in and you have to, move and drink more water. And that's really what you need. That's really the magic formula.
I know. And, I actually just invested, I call it investment. It really is not very inexpensive. But I'll do a little plug here for a company called Hydromate. I just bought a jug for my sister, and then I bought her a little workout outfit for her birthday last weekend. And I loved it so much that I bought my own jug, and it's cool. It's a gallon jug. It has a handle, and it says 8 a.m., ready, set, go. And then at 9 o'clock, it says, the little motivation to have you drink the gallon the whole day.
Yeah.
And my husband thought that was so cool. So he took my jug to work. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, he stole your jug.
He stole my jug. I said, wait a minute. I bought me that jug because it's turquoise and rose gold color. And he took it to work. And so I had to order him a jug. So I just ordered him a blue jug. And when his jug comes in, I can have my jug back. So I'm super excited because that's one thing that I struggle with is the water intake. And I'm more excited, more than the workout, I'm excited about being part of Paulina's meal plan, because sometimes that's, we just struggle on, like, what do I eat? What do I eat? And, keto is big, plant-based is big. They have all of these different lifestyles that you're supposed to conform to, and nobody knows anymore. It's like nobody knows.
Right. And for me, I'm not the kind of person that can stick to like something that's, I don't know, far off of what you would normally eat. I'm not good at doing I've just never been good at things like that. And that's why I liked Paulina's program and her meal plan, because it was foods I really liked. And then I just got to the point where I was like, there were just these staples that I constantly bought, like avocado, tomato, ground turkey. And then I would just find different ways to kind of mix them, like turkey tacos or a taco salad, or I don't know. It's just, I feel like if you do the meal plan, you learn what foods are good for you and what you like, and then you can just build on that going forward. And that's how I really changed a lot of my eating and my diet. I really cleaned my diet up a lot, was just learning how to eat and how to eat better. And then once you get that knowledge, you can just kind of go, forward with it. And so, and cutting out the Chick-fil-A that I was eating like on the daily too is another good idea.
Man, isn't Chick-fil-A good?
if you really want to know.
Well, you know what? I like that, because I'm always welcome new ideas on the best way to eat. And that probably has a lot to do with your skin, because your skin is glowing. And first of all, the implants are gone. Everybody knows. I mean, it is just common knowledge about breast implant illness. I mean, anybody that they think that they have that, go to that Facebook. I think it's called Breast Implant Illness by Nicole. It's amazing. Hundreds of thousands of women telling their story. And their skin started clearing up, and then you're eating right. And it makes a big difference. And Deandra sends me, speaking of Deandra, she sends me her Ultimate Living greens. And it's really good. I've noticed a big difference in my skin since I started incorporating that. I just put a little scoop in a protein drink, and I have that every day because it's green. I mean, whatever you put it in will turn green. So if that freaks you out, drinking something green, you have to put it in a Yeti or something.
Yeah. No, you know what? The greener it is, the healthier it is. That's for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Emily. I appreciate you coming back on and telling us. I mean, this is really a good time for everybody to kind of start regroup, and reinvent themselves for 2021. Make sure, guys, you go to EmilySimpsonOfficial.com and you can sign up there. And then just really quick, tell everybody where we can find you on social media if they don't already follow you.
I am on Instagram. It's actually RHOC_Emily Simpson. And then I'm just I'm on Facebook. It's Emily Moore Simpson. Moore is my maiden name. And that's really it. I don't really do Twitter or anything else. So occasionally.
Well, thank you so much, Emily.
Sometimes.
I appreciate you. And the challenge is on, girl, because I will be coming probably to Orange County by the summer. So by then, I'm taking you up on your challenge. We're doing a video.
I'm not going to let you get out of it. So
I know.
It's on. And then we'll do margaritas after.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, now I'm in.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you, girl. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All
you
right.
too. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in all the way through Real Girl Talk. Make sure you subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts. And if you happen to have iTunes, would you do me a huge favor and leave us a rating and review of the show? That's the way that we get this message out to more and more people around the world. And selfishly giving us a review and rating, something good is going to come back your way. Plus, I know you're the type of person that wants others to live their best lives. So can you copy this link, share it to your friends, share it on social media? Remember, people need to be inspired. They need to have tips. They need to have business ideas more than ever right now. And I know that you can help me on this mission. Thank you again so much. If you want to be a supporter of the show, go back to realgirltalkpodcast.com, click Be a Supporter. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being a part of Real Girl Talk Podcast. And until next week, keep your encouragement tank full, your faith in God, and create your beautiful life.